Today, the Constitution and Law Reform Commission launched 4 terms of reference, which are TOR 18, which is the review of law relating to integration of urban villages into towns or urban development and expansion, and the TOR 19, which is the review of laws relating to underwater leases and waterways. TOR 20 is land compensation in PNG, and final terms of reference is the review of laws relating to legal and versus customary land rights ownership.
For example, one of the terms of reference is on land compensation. So when we look at land compensation, we start from the Constitution. We look at Section 53. We looked at the National Goals and Directive Principles. We looked at Vision 2050. We look at different policies and the Land Act, all the other different related legislation. We look at that and find out what are the real issues when it comes to compensation. And so when we identify the issues, then they become like the issues that we're going to be taking out and consulting the people.
Papua New Guineans' ownership of land and resource is not relegated to the surface of the land as popularly claimed. No, it includes everything that is in, on and above that land, including the land underwater. As a result, while the Constitution recognizes the people's customary land and resource ownership and ownership rights in lieu of that ownership, the Constitution also empowers the state to have full access to those lands and resources under Section 53 of the Constitution by the way of compulsory acquisition and acquisition of agreement.
Is that we don't want landowners to lose their land. They give their land and then they don't become participants in the development that is taking place on their land, but instead they have been now moved out. So what we are saying is, how do we integrate them? Integration not just in terms of they participate in, remember I talked about participation in the decision-making process, in planning or physical planning or the National Planning Board or the Land Board.
Louis Maingu, National